never never forget 覚えとけ忘れるなあれこれそれ大切なのどれいらないもの捨てちゃおういるものだけありゃ幸せなのかもしれないだろううんありがとう俺は俺の足で歩く綺麗な靴また汚しまくるシューレース外すエアフォースワンそれかボロいコンパスと重たい革ジャンで気分は
Got the heroes of the Carnegie, you know me, Faulku Black. Got the champion with me today. Yeah, you got the NXT title with him today, but y'all still know he the ass whooping champion of the world, Big Homie Rod. Today we're gonna talk about a little childhood favorite. You know, if you're looking at Roddy's shirt, you know we about to talk about Pokemon. Gotta catch up, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. But what's going? Oh, you're my best friend. Don't worry, if y'all want a duet, I'll give you. I tell you what, listen. If y'all request a duet, me and Rodney will sing a duet, and we'll post it on our YouTube. All right? Y'all gotta request it first. This is the first ever live action Pokemon anime that we've seen in a while, and when it comes down to a lot of anime, we know sometimes it fails. Like for instance, you know there was Death Note on Netflix and all this stuff. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people liked it, but the plot was not matched up. And if I talk about one of the worst ones, a lot of people ain't liking it and all that stuff. But I'm just gonna call it like I see it. Dragon Ball Evolution. When it came, a lot of stuff was a little different. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was also complaining about Sonic the Hedgehog when it came out. You know, they said that the quality didn't look like it. It didn't even look like Sonic. They didn't even know where They didn't even know where he was. They didn't even know where Jamaican Knuckles was. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. Nobody could have showed them the way. They wanted the way to be shown.
On that Sonic.
Big facts, but yo, overall for this Pokemon movie, before I get into it, how you felt about it overall?
It starts with I forgot the old boy name, man. I really didn't care about old boy name, but his dad driving down the street, he gets blasted by it's supposed to be Mewtwo, and then boy comes to the city, and he goes to his dad's apartment. And he meets his dad Pokemon Pikachu. You know he can talk. Yeah, he's the only person that can understand Pikachu. And then they go on this whole investigation adventure, looking for to see if his dad is still alive. And then they uncover this secret world domination plot about this man I think he's a paraplegic. He can't walk. So he captures Mewtwo, so he can swap minds with Mewtwo, and then there's this gas that it makes the Pokemon rapid. So,
that's that stuff that the main character put in his nose, right?
Yeah. Man.
Yo, they thought he was bugging when he said that shit.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was in the street and I saw some dude in his underwear saying he was running away from some Pokemon. And
Ipom, one of the nicest Pokemon in the series, I would thought he was bugging too.
Yeah. So whoop de wop, all that shit, man. So he swaps everybody's minds with the Pokemon, but you know, the good guy always wins. And what happened after that? And after that, they save the day. Old boy go to jail, and then he finds out that his dad is in Pikachu's mind.
Exactly.
And Mewtwo, he changes it, and then we see Ryan Reynolds. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I knew his dad was white. He was a little too light-skinned for my liking.
Facts. And to me, I felt like the MVP, of course, was, you know, the main character's dad playing Pikachu and all that stuff. But when it came down to the bad guys, you want to know who the main character? No. You want to know who was the GOAT for the bad guys? Believe it or not, Ditto. Ditto was the GOAT. Ditto was loyal, did everything, bro. I'm telling you, it was Ditto overall. Now, how I felt about the movie, one thing I really liked was, bro, the Pokemon really looked legit. It wasn't like, for instance, at that time the technology was a little off, but it wasn't like, if you think about a Space Jam, when you had the cartoon characters look like the cartoon characters versus the humans. They were able to make the Pokemon look like they belong in this world. You get what I'm saying?
The CGI was on point.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you know the science behind that shit. So that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, I felt like the quality overall was good. It felt like they belonged in the same world. Rating-wise, for this, I'm not going to be a little biased and all that stuff. I felt like it was my probably the first anime I ever watched, except for Yu-Gi-Oh. I felt like overall they got everything right and all that stuff. I'm going to give it a not so people don't think I'm being biased. I'll give it a 9.9 out of 10. I felt like the quality was right and all that good stuff. They did everything right. The only thing I didn't like, and the reason why they're not getting that .1, is the fact that they did it based off of a game, which I'm not mad at and stuff. But I seen one Pokeball the whole game. I only seen fights, but there was like kind of it was their dog fighting, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? How fighting in the city underground and all that stuff. For our last 3 minutes, I want to talk about. There was one thing that they said. They said that the last time Mewtwo was seen was 20 years ago. That makes some sense because they said it was also in Kanto region, yes. And if you think about it, 20 years ago, which movie came out?
The first Pokemon movie.
Mewtwo's Wrath, all that good stuff. That came out. So that leads me to the question of live action anime versus the anime in its cartoon format. Is Pokemon Detective Pikachu canon? Just because of that line alone.
It is.
It's canon, right? And why do you think it is canon?
Because first they said it was 20 years ago. And so I'd say if they don't make a movie based on Indigo, at least show us adult Ash.
That's what I was going to say, too.
Like, I swear to God, if they say the Mewtwo incident was 20 years ago and then you see a kid named Ash walking around with a Pikachu, I'm going to have some problems.
Facts. And it makes sense. And thinking about it like that, if that is canon, they said 20 years ago, Ash is still 10 in the series, that can only mean one thing. That can mean that the series that we've been watching growing up is a slower process. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it like that, in this timeline, Detective Pikachu, Ash is, in fact, 30 years old? He has to be 30 years old. So that means if he stayed 10 years old from Indigo region to the Kanto region, Hoenn region, Sinnoh region, Unova region, Alola region, all those different regions, that means that he was aging either slowly or those were within a time set. Like, think about it like this. Maybe he was finishing each region within 6 months and all that stuff. And they're just keeping the series going and stuff. I don't know. This is just my theory and stuff. Because it's weird.
20 years ago?
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying that is this. Because if the movie is canon and we see in the movie that 20 years later Ash is still 10, that's a problem that we run into. So the only way to think about it is not a time skip, but kind of a slower process of time. Get what I'm saying?
What if the Pikachu in the movie is Ash's old Pikachu?
Maybe. That could possibly be.
After Ash got older, maybe he was like, I'm too old for this. And got a regular job.
Hey, you never know. Because in this one, you see we got regular jobs and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But they said that, you know, not many people do train Pokemon anymore. So maybe the Pokemon tournaments are dead. That's why they do it underground now.
Yeah, things probably changed because, you know, different eras, different processes happen and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're living in the era now. 20 years ago, we didn't have the technology that we do right now. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, just a theory thrown out there, maybe they have the technology that they need, that they don't need to really depend on the Pokemon as they do. Pokemon fend for themselves now. The best example I can give you is, you know, the self-checkouts at Walmart and shit. You know what I'm saying? Means less workers and shit. So Pokemon doing their own shit and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? It's just a theory, but it's just a little confusing. By making a Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu canon, it leads us to the question that we gotta find out how old Ash is and where Ash is. Because if it's canon to that, the main character in the series was Ash. Maybe in the next Detective Pikachu, we run into a person named Gary. And if Gary is like, well, I don't think Gary's like 2 years older than Ash at the time. He's like 32 years old at the time. Maybe that can give us a notion that Ash did actually grow up. You get what I'm saying? Now, what's going on? It feels like that's most of the time we got. Now, if you guys got any questions about this discussion or the Detective Pikachu movie at all, you know, you can comment on our Instagram, our Twitter, all that good stuff, our social media stuff. Also, leave a comment on our YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, man. And I'll let Rodney say it again once more. Go ahead, Rodney.
No, I'm good, man, because I still don't know it.
I'll tell you. You're going to get it. But like I always say, guys, not giving up is our magic powers like it should be your magic powers. So believe it. It's like... All right. championship monster.
Never 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 forget 覚えとけ忘れるなあれこれそれ大切なのどれいらないもの捨てちゃおういるものだけありゃ幸せなのかもしれないだろうありがとう